Good afternoon, all. So let's have the continuation of our FAANG and MNC's SQL queries. So they have given us the table activity table. In the activity table, player ID, device ID, event date, and games played column are given. And player ID and event date is primary key of this table. This table shows the activity of players of some games. Each row is a record of a player who logged in and played a number of games before logging out on some day using some device. Write a solution to report for each player and date how many games played so far by the player. That is the total number of games played by the player until that date. And check the example for clarity. Return the result table in any order. The result format is in the following example. So here is the input table, player ID, device ID, event date, and games played. So one player is playing a game on different dates and he is playing different games on one particular date. Suppose on 1st March he has played 5 games, then 2nd May he has played 6 games, then 25th of June he has played 1 game, right? So here is our requirement is write a solution to report for each player and date how many games played so far by the player, right? So on a particular date, how many games has been played by each of the player. So let me show you the input table. This is the input activity table they have given us, and below is the output table. So if you see over here on the 1st March, user has player 1 has played the five games, right? On the 1st March. Then on the 2nd May, this user this player has played the 5 plus 11. So it is 16 games, right? And on the 25th of June, so let me show you the output first. So on the 20, sorry, over here 5, then 5 plus 6 is equal to 11 will come, and then over here on the 25th of June, this player ID 1 has played one more game. So 11 plus 1 equal to 2, right? So this should be the output. Now here they have given us the explanation for the player with ID 1, 5 plus 6, 11 games played on 22nd of May, and 5 plus 6 plus 1, 12 games played on 25th of June, right? So I have created the table and inserted the data into the same. Now for this one, we have to use the aggregate function sum with the use of ranking function over and partition by clause, because we have to do identify the data based upon each of the player ID, right? Like player ID 1, player ID 3, like that. So for that, we need to do partition by player ID and then order by event date. So if you run this query, you will get most of the result. Like first player ID 1 on 1st May is 5 game, right? Then player ID 1 on 2nd of May, it will be a 11 game, like write 5 plus 6. So if you run this both query together, then you will able to get to know 5, then 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. Then again on 25th June, one more game has been played, so 12, 11 plus 1, 12. then this player ID is different, right? So it is 0, starting with 0, and 0 plus 5 equal to 5. So for this purpose, we have used the sum of games played, because we need to do sum of this games played column, right? And then over partition by player ID and order by event date. And then we have just done the order by player ID and games played so far. So this output is exactly matched with the output has been given over here in the question, right? 5, 11, 12, 0, 5. So this is our first query. Now let's jump to the second query. So they have given us the enrollment table over here. And in the enrollment table, course ID, and grade column is given. Write a solution to find the highest grade with its corresponding course for each student. In case of a tie, you should find the course with the smallest course ID. Return the result table ordered by student ID in ascending order. So here we need to find the highest grade based upon the course student ID, and in the which of the course that particular student has got the highest grade. That course ID also we need to mention. So for, if you see, for student ID 1, course ID 2, and 99 is the highest grade. Then student ID 2, 95 is coming two times, right? So in that case, we need to mention the lowest of the course ID, right? Lowest of the course ID, which is mentioned over here. In case of a tie, you should find the course with smallest course ID. So in this case, this will be written, and over here in 3, 82 will be written, right? So now let's jump to the solution. I have already created the enrollments table and inserted the data into the same. Now let's jump to the solution. So here we need to use the rank function, rank over partition by student ID and order by grade descending, because we want highest grade at the first side, right? And course ID, right? So if you see over here, select student ID, course ID, grade, rank over partition by student ID, order by grade. So here we have used the rank function, right? And we have done the partition by student ID, because we need to we require database on the each of the student ID, right? So partition by student ID and then descending course ID. Now what is our requirement? We require only the number 1. So over here for 295, where the course ID is less, that value is coming over here, right? So from this result set, our requirement is all the 1, right? All the 1 whichever has the rank ID, and then this one. So this will be our output. Let me organize this table. Okay. So now from this result set, I require only RK equal to 1 data. So I cannot write it over here, because if I write IRK equal to 1, then it will generate the error, right? Because we cannot use RK column over here. So that I have encapsulated this block into the city, and then outside the city I have mentioned the filter condition where RK equal to 1. So this will be our result set. Now let's jump to the next query. So here they have given us the products table. In the product ID is the primary key column for this table. Low first is in the low phase actually the value of yes or no, where y means this product is low fat and n means it is not. And same as for the recyclable, where y means this product is recyclable and n means it is not. So write a solution to find the IDs of the products that are both low fats and recyclable. Return the result table in any order. The result format is in following order. So here we need to identify the IDs of the products that are both in low fats and recyclable. So if you see, this is the table data, and over here if you see, we need low fats equal to yes and recyclable equal to yes. So this one and this three both have yes in both the columns, right? Low fats it is yes, and recyclable also it is yes. So this should be our output 1 and 3 product ID 1 and 3. So how can we write it into the SQL? I have already created the table and inserted the data into the same. So here we just need to mention the filter condition where low fats equal to yes and recyclable equal to yes means y. So product ID 1 and 3 are the low fats and recyclable products. Right? So thank you so much. Let's me jump to the next question. So here they have given us the tweets table. So tweet ID is the primary key for this table, and this table contains all the tweets in the social media app. So write a solution to find the IDs of the invalid tweets. So how can we identify the invalid tweets? The tweet is invalid if the number of characters used in the content of the tweet is strictly greater than 15. Return the result table in any order. So here tweet ID and content is given. So in the content, they have some kind of string has been given. So whenever this string length is greater than 15, at that time we can say that it is an invalid tweet or invalid content. So this is a very simple one. I have already created the table and inserted the data into the same. Here we need to use the length function, which is inbuilt SQL function, and in that length function we can give content as the parameter, and whenever the content greater than 15 it will be a invalid tweet. So this tweet ID 2 has the invalid length of characters in the tweet content column. So this will be tweet ID 2 is invalid tweet. So thank you so much. Let me jump to the next question. So here they have given us the store table. Bill ID is the primary key for this table, and each row contains information about amount of one bill and the customer associated with it. Write a solution to report the number of customers who had at least one bill with an amount strictly greater than 500. So here if you see over here, bill ID, customer ID and amount. So if you see for this bill amount, we can say that it is greater than 500, right? So at least one bill which should be greater than 500, right? So for this one it is not qualify, right? Because it is not greater than 500, right? And for this one again it is amount greater than 500. So bill ID 6 and bill ID 4, sorry, bill ID 11 has number of two different customers which bill amount is greater than 500. So customer 1 has two bills with amount strictly greater than 500, right? And customer 2 does not have any bills with an amount strictly greater than 500, and customer 3 has one bill with an amount strictly greater than 500. So I have already created the table and inserted the data into the same. Here we need to do group by customer ID and amount should be greater than 500. So 1 and 3, two customer ID are there, right? Now we need count of this two, this customer ID column. So count of, so we cannot, let me try to do count over here itself. So because of we have used the group by, this is two distinct customer ID, it is coming two times. But we do not require that, right? We require only two as a count, customer ID 1 and customer ID 3, right? So that I have encapsulated this block into the city, and then outside the city I have just mentioned the count of customer ID is reach count from city. So it will give me reach count equal to 2. So thank you so much everyone. We will come again with the few more FAANG and MNC questions as soon as possible. If you have liked this video, please do like, comment and share as much as possible, and please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.